Dispatchers help callers on the worst days of their lives. For over 25 years, we've been there. A silent partner in millions of calls thanks to our redundant and diverse networks that ensure call delivery. Today, cities are bigger, traffic more congested, and the challenge is more complex. But you're never alone, because InDigital is quietly improving, implementing, and driving the next generation of 911, so you're supported in every situation. Make the switch at InDigital.net.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Hey, what is going on, everyone? Oh, man, we are back. That's right. We are back. I'm currently looking at the screen over here on Instagram, and it looks weird. Like it's showing like super huge when usually it doesn't show that way, and I'm not sure why it's showing that way now, which is so crazy because all you can see, like if I move back, then you can see my big old noggin over there. What the hell? This is the craziest thing. I don't know why it's showing it like that at all. It looks so not good. Like I want to take it off of Instagram because my noggin looks enormous. Like all you can see is from here to here. That's it. That's all you can see on the Instagram one. I think it's because it locked in as vertical versus horizontal, and that's not the way it's supposed to be on Instagram. And I don't know if there's a way that I can change it. It's probably one of the funniest things to be able to be on this side trying to looking at this. This is so stupid. Oh, this is hilarious. So if you're on Instagram and you are watching this, I apologize because I think it switched it on me. It switched it on me when it shouldn't have done that. It should be showing it like so that you can see everything versus just my freaking face. Oh, that is horrible. All right, I'm going to remove this off of my side. It's nothing I can do for all of you over on Instagram, but Keely goes, did you try unplugging and plugging it back in? I tried, but it didn't do anything. No, I'm joking. I can't do that on, I can't do that while live. And this is stupid. You would think that you got all the layouts, visual effects. You would think that there would be a way to switch the way it looks while it's on there, and you can't. I'm gonna have to write them an email and be like, "Hey, no, like, no." Okay, so it looks like I can go in here for the orientation, but apparently, since we're already live, it doesn't change anything. I can't change it. That is stupid. I would have to, I guess, maybe delete it and bring it back in. Hold on, let me see if I can do this because okay, I'm gonna remove Instagram here really quick. I want to see if I can do this live. This will be interesting. So we're just gonna run a little test here, yo. We're just gonna run a little test just to see if this actually works. Because if it does, I mean, that'll be pretty awesome if it actually works. Okay, hold on a minute here. Either way, how's everyone doing? How is it going? Um, oh, it doesn't even let you. It doesn't. That's weird. It only lets you do the orientation in portrait. What? That's freaking stupid. Why would you do that? Okay. Jason Hill, he's like, yay, we're part of an experiment. Ah. Yeah. Yes, you are. You know what? I'm gonna try this either way. I'm just gonna see um if this works, because if it does, then then we can switch it up, because otherwise. All right, let me see here. This is it's so weird that it would not, that it keeps it just at portrait and it doesn't do it as like landscape. Like why would you do that? How fucking stupid is that? It's like orientation, new, portrait. Oh, yay. No. I want it the way it was before, because this is dumb. Like, why? Yeah, it says portrait recommended. Yeah, no, I get it. It's recommended, but it's not what I want. And actually, because it won't let me switch it over, sorry, Instagram, people on Instagram, you can come and watch it somewhere else. Because I'm not gonna put that on there where you're just seeing my my face like that. Is so stupid. All right, so for the experiment, Instagram is a no-go for today, because you're not going to be able to see anything that I put on the screen except for like just like a portion of my noggin. No, that's not going to happen. Everyone can wait, Instagram wise. So, welcome to Open Mic Live. It is November 16th, 2025, and we're having fun already. Oh, what the hell? Keely says, I feel like we have been part of an experiment since 2020. No, you're right. Pretty much. Yeah, we've been part of a lot of stuff. Jason says, doing good, getting used to new glasses, so it's interesting. What kind of glasses are they? Are they just, I know the ones, so I'll say this, and maybe you don't want to say, but the ones I'm dreading right now is for the time that my eye doctor ends up saying, Ricardo, you are, I I think it's time. It's time for your lenses to have that bifocal in there. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. And but I say that because, man, it's gonna be a pain in the ass, like walking and looking, and then just like having to look down, and it's all blurry and like it's gonna throw off everything. I'm gonna be trying to walk, and I'm gonna be all wobbledy. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like it's gonna screw up everything. So I don't know what kind of new glasses you have, but those are the glasses that I'm thinking about for myself specifically, where I'm just, I don't know if I want them. Rebecca says, checking in from Wisconsin. Yeah, what up? Thanks for a great week at the ranch. Thank you. That was so much fun being there with you and everyone else. I can't believe the week is already over. How crazy is that? That is nuts. Keely says, oh, Jason, I just got some too. I am so old. Rebecca says, progressive, so hard to use or to get used to. Yeah, that's exactly it. That is what I am dreading. And Megan, what is going on, Megan? Headed to work soon, but had to pop in and say hi and thank you again for the ranch this week. Thank you as well. All of you made the ranch this week just amazing. Jason says progressive lenses instead of the bifocals. I can't believe how fuzzy everything was. You know, there were those moments as well when you have the glasses on and you realize how bad the vision was, and I don't know, I feel like I would get emotional, like I really couldn't see. Also, big shout out to InDigital for sponsoring Open Mic Live. And for all of those who watch, listen, support, and share, thank you so very much. I wouldn't be able to do everything I do if it wasn't for all of you. So thank you so much. Let's see. Jason says peripheral vision is what is killing me right now. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Just all of it. Do you see the little squiggly things? Like if you're looking at somewhere for a little bit and you see the squiggles, um, I remember I was talking to my eye doctor and I said, "Oh man, it's always weird seeing those little squiggly things." And she goes, "You can see those?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Not a lot of people can." And I said, "Oh, like is that a good thing or a bad? Like they're not parasites or some shit, are they?" She's like, no, it's not. It's and I don't even remember the explanation, but she's like, some people can see them and some people can't. I was like, well, I definitely can. Um, also, I almost missed this. We're 13 minutes in here because of damn Instagram being a stupid face. What kind of grade school comeback was that? What kind of roast was that? Stupid face, Instagram. Uh, how is everyone doing? How is everyone feeling? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome, how are you doing? I want to know. Put it in the comments. Let's see what number you're coming in at. Honestly, I'm already coming in above a 10. I'm tired, but I'm way up here. So many cool things happened this past week. I also received an email just a few days ago. I cannot talk about it yet, but if all goes well, it will be very cool. I will just say that. Also, I recorded a voiceover earlier today. I can't say what it was for yet, but I recorded a voiceover and damn, was it epic. I pat myself on the back because and I'm biased because I did it, but it's just I got myself into character, so to speak, and I'm listening to the music, I'm watching the video, and I just jump in and I am reading it. Keely knows. I'm reading it and I read it again and again, and I was doing it a bunch of times, and then the very last one, I was just feeling it, and I read it. I think I stopped the recording before I said, "Hell yes, that was the shit. That's the one right there." But you will all know about it soon enough, pretty soon. Either way, it was pretty badass. It was really cool. Let's see. Jason's coming in at an 8. Very nice. That's a good number. Rebecca, an 8 as well. Very good. Still processing everything from the ranch. Yeah, dude, for real. For real. So much stuff happened this past week, and we're going to jump into that here in just a moment. Keely says, I get to skip around and say, I know something you don't know. I know something you don't know. I know something. I got my TLC going on. But it seems unfair to your audience, so I won't do that. Keely, I love you. You're funny. You crack me up, yo. So episode 628 went out this past week. Episode 629 is coming up as well. I will be getting that edited and put out there for patrons first, and then it'll come out later this coming week. But episode 628. And actually, you know what? Before I jump into that, I want to make sure to mention a couple other things here really quick. Just if you are not part of the Trenches community yet, make sure to join. A lot of good stuff on there, a lot of continuing education, over 200 free hours of that. And every Monday morning at about 10 a.m., unless I'm traveling, of course, unless I'm driving or flying, then 10 a.m. Eastern time, I do a coffee chat, and we just go on for about 30 minutes or so. Keely, I've had Keely on there, and it's been a lot of fun. And we just check in, just say hello, see what's going on for the week for about 30 minutes or so, and then bam, we go on with the day. And then on Wednesdays, the midweek check-in, just to see how everyone is doing. Again, having some coffee, conversation for about 30 minutes, and then boom, jumping out. Now, I do have something that I really need everyone's help with. And I'm going to put that link in the comments right here. All right. Check that out. I'm trying to reach a goal of at least 100 people. Now, there's no incentive. This is all volunteer. No, there's nothing. You don't get anything for this except for the satisfaction of helping me out, which I do appreciate very, very much. But this link goes to a safety and security study for 911 professionals, and frontline call takers, and also those who are in admin and everything else, but mainly frontline. And I can't remember how many questions there are, but it only takes it's less than 8 minutes that it takes to take this survey. So it's very easy. It's easy peasy. US only. And again, I'm looking to try to hit a goal of 100 people. I think I have just like a handful, and it's only going to be up until tomorrow. I put it out a few days ago, and I haven't had another chance to put it out there. So since I'm here with all of you now, I wanted to put it out there again, and then I'm going to share it tomorrow morning. And again, try to hit at least that goal of 100 people to be able to take this. And I just want to mention really quick for the survey, there everything is confidential. Okay, there's nothing is collected, no personal data, nothing like that. So there's nothing that you have to worry about. It's just an easy peasy survey about safety and security, a safety and security study in 911. So please make sure to check that out. Click that link there. It helps me out and those that I'm helping to put this out there for, just to gain just some information. And that's it. Again, safety and security study, the survey, easy peasy. I've already taken it and put my information oh, not my information, but I mean my knowledge, and from the questions, that's what I meant, not my information, because there was nothing that I put in. I just put the link in, and it's all hit the bubble, next bubble. That's it. There's nothing else to it. So if you could help me out, I would really, really appreciate it. Share it up, put it out on social media. Again, I'm trying to hit a goal of at least 100 people to take this. Now, the next thing that I want to mention here, let me find it. The Converse. How many of you know what the Converse is? No, you say? Well, then, let me tell you. This is, um, let me, oops. Want to make sure that I have the right link in here. So here's another link that I'm going to share with you. So this right here is the Converse. Make sure to check it out. Follow on social media, check out the website and everything. I'm just going to go ahead and read what it says here for the Converse. And it says, welcome to the Converse. Grab your headphones, iPad, or console computer and get ready to experience the Converse, a barrier-breaking, industry first of its kind magazine. Across digital and audio platforms, the Converse delivers high-quality insights, practical tools, and forward-looking looking perspectives to the public safety and critical control room communications personnel who answer the call 24/7. We are dedicated to elevating the voice of the industry, showcasing innovation and providing actionable information that strengthens response, builds resilience, and supports those on the front lines. The first edition of this 911 professional, like all around magazine, digital and audio, will be coming up in 23 days. So you don't want to miss it. I just received the first edition. I also have a column within the Converse, and it's called One Voice. And it's going to be sharing different stories from Imagine Listening and the I Am 911 movement. And as I mentioned, the Converse is not just a digital magazine, but it is also audio. And I will be the one doing the voiceover for the articles in this magazine. I am super excited, and I would love for you to check it out. Once again, it's the Converse.org. I have the link in there. Make sure to follow, visit the website, follow on social media, and in 23 days, the first edition will be coming out. It comes out quarterly, and you can either read on any device or you will also be able to listen. And I am going to be doing the voiceover for it. So again, make sure to check that out. That's the Converse.org. I'm excited to be a part of it, and I have not had a chance to talk about it. So I'm so glad that I have the chance to talk about it right now. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And my homie Anna is on here and she says shoes. And I don't remember what I said that has for that response, but I love shoes. I like turtles. I don't know. I love you, Anna. Tell my homie Sam that I said, "What up?" Uh Oh man, I need some sleep. All right. So, oh, the Converse versus Converse. I like my Converse. I like the originals, but once Nike bought them, like bought the company, the soles are a lot better on those shoes. But yes. Oh, the closed caption says Converse? Oh, interesting. Converse. 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 Did it say it the same way every time? Uh, I'm sorry. That's just funny to me. Oh, shit. Okay, so as I mentioned, episode 628 ended up coming out. And this episode, oh, it did? Every single time. Every single time? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Let me put it. What the hell? There you go. That is so funny. What are you gonna do? I mean, closed caption is like, "We're trying, okay, Ricardo? We're trying. Don't be a dick. We're trying." Okay, I'm Oh, man. Okay. I love you guys. I always love doing open mic live. It's so much fun. Um I'm gonna play a couple of clips from episode 628. Episode 628 featured Janie and Nate, two 911 professionals out of Cass County Central Dispatch and out of Cass County, Michigan. Their stories just phenomenal. And also, we talk about a crash detection save that they worked on. I mean, just the whole thing is phenomenal. You're going to learn more about this story soon. I have been putting out teasers. I've been talking about what it was that we were doing out there as well, capturing this story that from an incident that occurred June 23rd of this year, and 13 seconds. That's how fast first responders were dispatched. And it is just a phenomenal story. So you're going to hear more about that soon. But I want to play these couple clips again. This episode went out just this past Wednesday, and it is a great one. So let me pull this up here really quick so that you can check it out. All right, here we go.
I looked at it, and then it came through as a iPhone crash detection. Again, very normal for us to have an iPhone crash detection. So we put it in we treat it as a personal injury accident. So we always send them lights and sirens to it. The more and more I'm listening to the iPhone crash detection call, I start hearing this guy on the other end starting to moan. He's moving around. Closer to the end, he's asking for help, and he can't hear me at all. I don't know if his phone was like underneath, the seat, or if it flew into the bag, but I could start hearing him asking for help.
And both police and EMS was able to drag him out of the vehicle. And I didn't actually learn till today when we were doing this that he was seconds away from being fully engulfed in flames from that vehicle. When they pulled him out, it was just in the passenger seat. And then by the time that they pulled him all the way out, it had moved over to the driver's seat. And yeah, his feet were already on fire. Mm-hmm. So they grabbed him, and he pulled him back up to the road because that vehicle was going right as soon as they pulled him out.
What a story. I mean, again, this is just a clip, and that's just a glimpse into this entire call. And in that video, I have it somewhere. I don't know that I want to play it while we're live here, but either way, it is just the rescue. I mean, the body cam footage of the field responders that are out there that walk up onto the vehicle in flames, and the the driver, they grab onto him and they're pulling him out, and they're trying to get him out, and they finally get him out. And as they're pulling him out, you can see the fire starting to come in and just engulf the vehicle, and his shoes catch on fire. And you hear the officer yell about his shoes, get the shoes off. So they get his shoes off and everything. And it is just wow. It is something. I had to watch it a few times just because it's unbelievable. And everything just fit for what was going on. I mean, from the life-saving technology to Janie and Nate and just everyone involved, field responders, just everything, and saving this gentleman. And then later, months later, for all of us to come together for what ended up happening, where we were out there and talking with everyone there about what happened, capturing this story, me being out there doing behind the scenes, and seeing them meet with the driver. Talk about emotionally intense. And I mean, Keely was there as well. And in some of the video footage that I have, like, you can see Keely's eyes all like face red, watery. And if you could see me, was pretty much the same. Because it's these connections. I mean, when something happens like that and you're saved and you meet those people, I mean, both sides, that's a lot to take in. And watching this happen, this reunion, you feel everyone in there. Like, we're all connected. It's hard to describe, but you feel it. I mean, the community is just everyone came together, and it was a great feeling. It really was. I have another clip here that I want to play really quick before we move on. Here we go.
The main reason that we were able to find him, so he had gone off the roadway, is Rapid SOS, and that's who has brought us all together and helped us see the end of the story. We usually don't get to see the outcome. Yeah, we hear, oh, he was okay, he was out, but we don't hear about the injuries or what ends up happening to them after all that. So we've got to meet the victim and speak with him and his family. And Rapid SOS has been a really great help. But because of that ping that Rapid gave us, I was able to dispatch it out to Fire and EMS and say it is west of this location, south of this road, west of this road, south of this road, and tell them exactly where it was. And we were able to get to him quickly because, yeah, like I said, within probably 5 seconds of them pulling him out, it was fully engulfed.
That's how fast everything happened. Just like that. But people were there, the response, and the person was saved. But again, that reunion, seeing them come together, the person that was saved, the person from the vehicle, there's a moment where, and I'll share this with you soon in the next few days, maybe at the end of the week. There's a few things that need to come out first, but I'm part of the behind the scenes is going to be a glimpse at that reunion. And there's just that moment where the emotions are high. The gentleman turns around, talks to Janie, and just through emotion and kind of stuttering a little bit, were you the first one? Were you the one who, who heard my call? And her saying, yeah, I was the one who was on with you until the officer got there. And just that realization that he had someone there listening, like a guardian angel, so to speak. And he gets pulled to safety. Damn. Just wait until you see everything in its entirety. Like I said, I had a lot of behind the scenes and more of that stuff that's going to be coming out. But man, this story was special. I got goosebumps. So that was episode 628, everything that we were talking about there. And I want to jump over to this past week. I don't have a lot of videos to share for it because I still have to edit some of them. And really, it was just living in the moment with everyone there at the ranch. If you've never been there, try to go. Try to get a chance to go. And if you were in dispatch and you're not in dispatch anymore, try to go, because I think it would benefit you either way. Because you come from dispatch, you know, and the stuff that we do there, you will learn a ton. So last week, Sunday, leading up to last week today, I was on the fence. I had my plane ticket, I had my rental car, and I was ready to fly into San Antonio and then drive to Bandera, Texas, where the Mayan Ranch is, run by the Hicks family. This is where my good friend Joe Serio of the 360 Dispatcher runs his program, the 911 Leadership Training Event. And I've been going for years now. And, oh, James, what's up, bro? James says, watching this before heading to the train station to travel to Mystic, Connecticut for the Atlantic chapter of APCO chapter conference. Dude, be safe, and I hope you have an amazing time. I wish I was going because I had so much fun with all of you out there. So, as you all know, there was a lot of crap going on with the airlines, the FAA cutting down certain percentages of flights to be going out because there wasn't enough traffic controllers, TSA security, like just everything was getting messed up. And I know someone who works, or know someone who knows someone that works with the TSA and was like, nope, do not be flying right now. It is safer for you to simply drive. Do not fly. And I thought, that's all I needed to hear. Plus, the airline that I was flying with had already been sending me emails saying, it's quite possible that your flight is going to be canceled. And I thought, hell no. I don't want to wait until Monday morning when I was going to fly originally and then be told, your flight's canceled. I mean, they probably wouldn't have done that. But you never know. So I made the last second decision. I was like, nope, I'm going to drive. So I did. I drove 11 and a half hours from Indiana, the northeast corner of Indiana. The first leg of the trip was to Texarkana. And I stayed there. When I got there, it was probably about 9:30, 10. at night, which wasn't too bad because I was able to get a good night's sleep. And as soon as I woke up, then I drove the rest of the way, which was about 7 or so hours. And every time I head out to the ranch, and I've been heading out there since 2021, I think. Holy moly. Yeah, I think it's 2021. I've been heading out there. And it's always a ton of fun. And when I get to Bandera, I go to the grocery store that's just down the road first, and I get all of the snacks and drinks that I need because I'm there for a week on the ranch, and I want to make sure I have everything so I don't have to leave anywhere. I mean, there's sometimes I've left to get a few things, but this is what I always do. I always get something, and I switch my cabins as well. I got cabin number 1 versus 1011, which I always would go to 1011 because that was just like my home away from home. But because I was going to be doing some more recordings, I know that cabins 1 and 2 have like a front porch, and there are chairs and a table, and I thought this would be perfect. I'll just do it there. So I ended up I was lucky enough to get cabin 1. I get there and it's like 2-bedroom, living room, and just really nice. It was really nice. It was really cool. And so that was awesome. Do the meet and greet, and saw a few folks that I hadn't seen in a while. Shout out to my homies from Ada County out of Idaho. And we end up we end up having steak. It was actually cold. It was cold. So usually we would take a hayride down to what's known as Hicksville, and it's named that because the family who owns that ranch are the Hicks family. So we usually go down there and have steak dinner and everything, and they have someone playing music, but it was too cold. So we had it in the dining hall, but still phenomenal. The steak just, oh yeah, chef's kiss. And then to the saloon to just hang out, catch up with everyone. And then Tuesday, everything starts. And I had been telling everyone, just wait until you have breakfast because that bacon, so good. I shit you not. That bacon is hella good, man. Sausage, biscuits, and gravy, just all of it is superb. So we're there. Oh, Rebecca jumps in. She goes, all the food was delicious. Hell yes, it was. We eat so much while we're there. Like sometimes I have to prepare myself for that week. I didn't this time, which I kind of wish I would have. Sometimes when I do prepare, what I do is I will basically like the few days leading up to going out there is I'll drink a lot of broth. I mean, broth is healthy for you anyway. I do that every other day sometimes. Kettle Fire, best bone broth, just the best broth ever. That's the kind that I get. So it's just like kombucha, protein drinks, and broth. So I can prepare myself for the amount of food that we're going to be eating. I mean, we start breakfast at 7:30 in the morning, and we have class up until 11:30, almost noon, and then it's lunchtime. And then the lunch, like there's so many options, and the food is so good. And then you go the rest of the day, and there's like snacks and stuff that are in the conference area where we're having classes. And then after that, it's like happy hour time, like chips, salsa, and other dips. And then you've got dinner. And it's like, like there's so much food. But it is excellent. And while out there, I got a chance to record an episode and a video for something that I'm helping out Joe with. They are stories. They're recording the journeys of 911 professionals. And it's not sharing stories about dispatch or anything like that. It's just simply sharing your journey and maybe some of the traumas that you've gone through. There's a book that is being like there's all of this stuff that's being worked on, just building stories. And so I've been out there helping capture some of these. And one of them was with what I consider a good friend now, um, Sam. A phenomenal story. Oh my God. Like while I was sitting there and she's talking, I'm like this, like just listening because there's so much that this person went through. And I know for a fact that her story is going to be someone else's inspiration. It's going to help so many other people. And that's the point of this project of, what I'm helping Joe with. And I recorded an episode for the podcast with Megan, and her episode is another story that is going to help so many people out there. This episode won't come out for a few weeks, but damn, make sure to look out for it. We recorded in the in the building where the dining hall and the saloon and everything, the lobby, all of that is. And wow. I that's all I can say is wow. Like there's just okay, I can say this. That first day when everyone was in the saloon hanging out, I was in this kind of I guess it's kind of like a living room where you can sit. Maybe the gaming room, because there's a lot of board games that are right there and people are in there playing games and such. But and a couple of friends from Ada County were sitting off. They had gotten there late, so they were eating dinner. Shout out to Catherine. What's up? And I was standing there, and Megan is there, and there's a few others. And, we started talking, and she was telling me about a story. And she said, thank you. She goes, I reached out to you and I shared one of my stories for the I Am 911 movement. And we started talking about it and everything. And about a day or so later, we recorded that episode, and she shared it on there as well. And it is an emotionally intense but powerful, impactful story. So again, I cannot wait for all of you to watch and listen to that episode. Again, another story just like Sam's that will definitely help those who are out there who may have dealt with something similar. And from there, Thursday, I'm the closer for all of the classes, which is a lot of pressure. But I'm up for it. I'm all about it. And it's an Imagine Listening session. And for the first hour, I share my story. And then we jump right into Imagine Listening. And Imagine Listening is a peer support session where 911 professionals get a chance to share their own I Am 911 story. And it doesn't have to be, a hard one. It can be a save as well, just as powerful. There were about 46 or more people this past week at the ranch. It was the biggest class yet. And that session was heavy. It was very heavy, probably one of the heaviest that I've ever done. And I think there were 3 or 4 stories, written stories that were shared. and all of the others were shared out loud. And again, a lot of emotions, people crying, people breaking, but knowing that it's okay to do so. Rebecca says, yes, needed more Kleenex. Yeah, no, for real. There was a lot, and we were all going through it together. We found closure within each other and a form of healing through the power of storytelling. And hugs were given as well. Again, just a lot of emotion, but it was needed. And you could see every person was feeling what the others were feeling as well. And when we were done at the end, as I say at the end of every Imagine Listening session, who's ready to laugh? Or who wants to laugh? I say both. And right away, arms going up. They're like, yes, please, please, let's laugh. And we jumped right in. And the amount of funny stories that came out. I'll just say this. I was at the first like when I asked who has a story to share, the hands went up so damn fast I could not tell. I mean, it was by a hair, and I just chose because of split second thinking. I thought, you know what? I'm going to start at the back, and I'm going to go row to row, just table to table, table to table, and see. And I might do that from now on. It'll probably be the easiest way to do it, and see who has stories. Because for the first part, I would go to one table and then I would run to the other table on the other side of the room. And while at that table, almost everyone wanted to share a story. So if I would have thought about it, I would have done it the same way. So I started at the back and then worked my way all the way up front. Man, some of those stories were it was hilarious, but it was amazing. And I had so much fun with all of you. Thank you for all of it. And, in the past, Imagine Listening would close out the entire week. This was before Cowboy Breakfast. So we would end up going to the dining hall. We would have breakfast, and then we would come back. And Joe would talk a little bit for about an hour, and then I would start at 9:30 and I would finish it off. And when they started doing Cowboy Breakfast, there wasn't enough time to get through the entire session. I mean, we still did, and I would go over a little bit, but we ended up talking later, and I said, when we do Imagine Listening on Friday, people are leaving immediately to the airport or going home. And even though we're laughing and everything else, they don't get a chance to talk with each other because everyone is leaving and emotions are high, especially when saying goodbye to everyone that they've been with and bonded with over the week. And Joe goes like, so what do you suggest? What do you think we should do? How can we do it where it works better? And I said, what if we switch it? I said, let's try it once at least. I said, what if we switch it to me closing out on Thursday? And then Friday morning, we have Cowboy Breakfast. And then, you do whatever else you're going to do towards the end. And he goes, you know what? We did the one that you were not at when you were sick. And this was last year in September. He goes, that Friday, we ended up having an open discussion. He goes, well, let's do it. So we tried it and it worked great because after the Imagine Listening session, you get some time to kind of decompress a little bit, But then you go to the chips and dips, and they're showing people how to line dance and all this other stuff. So you're already coming out of it. You're decompressing with those around you, and you get to talk and communicate more. And then after that is dinner. And then after dinner, everyone goes into the saloon and we hang out, we have fun, and it's karaoke night on Thursday. So you have all this time to decompress from the heavy Imagine listening, but funny, the lighter side with open mic session. And it has been an amazing change, and it has been fun ever since. And karaoke is always fun. I got up there. We were getting towards the end, and I thought, well, sometimes I just get called out, and people are like, go, go, go. And so that's what I was kind of waiting for, especially because there were so many people, and they're only doing it for a couple hours. I was like, I'm one of the instructors. I'll wait it out. And the second to the last one, the song, I heard it was a duet, and I heard the folks that were going up there, I heard them say, we're either going to do a Whitney Houston song or we're going to do Ain't No Mountain High Enough. And I thought, oh, and I look over to the left, and Sam is sitting there, and she goes, what? And I said, that's the song I was going to sing if I went up there. And she goes, what? She goes, get up there. And I was like, no, it's a duet. I'm not going to just jump up there. And so they start going, and I'm just belting it out, and I'm having fun, keeping up on the timing and everything. And she goes, dude, go up there. And there were other folks to my right, and they're like, you're singing the whole thing, like, go. So I think it was just about like going into halfway of the song. I ran up there, and I sang the rest of it with Mia and Damon, who were up there. Man, that was fun. I don't know if anybody got video of it. If you did, send it to me. I would like to see it. But it was a lot of fun. It was really good. So I got up there and sang the last half of Ain't No Mountain High Enough with Damon and Mia. And that was so good. Like, he stepped off to the side for a moment because he's like, I only know about 75% of it. And so then he came back, but it was, for a moment there, it was just Mia and I, and she had a mic and I had a mic, and we're all like just getting down. And it was a lot of fun, and just a great group. Awesome group. The last thing I want to mention as we go into the wrap up of this, I can't believe it's been an hour already. Thanks a lot, Instagram, for kind of screwing it up. That's not going to happen next time. No, I will have it fixed so that people can see it on Instagram as well. But the last thing I want to mention is I was hanging out with one of the attendees, Catherine. We were sitting out in front of the porch, and the people were still out and about. We were sitting there talking, catching up and stuff, because I hadn't seen her since I think last year. Yeah, I think it was last year in Idaho, in Boise, because that's where the one of the conferences was, and I was the closing speaker. I did the podcast out there and stuff, and Imagine listening, and I got to chat with her. So we were catching up, and we started. I don't know how we got onto the conversation, but we're talking about ghosts, and I told her that the house that I grew up in was a funeral home. So we're talking, right? And she was telling me, and I'm trying to remember, and Catherine, if you're watching right now and I butcher this, I apologize. But we were talking about how her and her daughters, sometimes when they go places, they'll conduct like their own little ghost hunting expeditions and stuff. And she had this app on her phone. Now, if you've ever watched any ghost hunting shows, they have a device where they kind of scan the room. And if there's a ghost there of some sort, you see like a stick figure. So we're sitting out there talking, and she turns it on, and we're looking around and stuff. The seats that we were sitting on to the left of us were 2 other seats and a little table. And she goes, "Well, I'm going to point it over here. There's nothing around here anyway," or whatever. And there was something that popped up. It looked like it was sitting in the chair. And she goes, "Oh," and I went, "Dude." I was like, "Hell no. Are you kidding me right now? Bro. And now you're going to go back to your cabin?" I was like, "I'm going to sleep in my car." But there was something there. She ended up naming it Gerald. And I was like, "Dude, don't name it." Like, "Why are you naming it? It's going to go home with you." Which then I was fine with, because I was like, "Go with her and leave me alone." It was Kim. What up, Kim? Yes, she did. She called it Gerald. Yes. And I was like, "Dude." So then one of the nights, I think it was Wednesday night. We all end up going on the hayride. We go out to Hicksville because it was perfect weather for it. So we go out there and we're all talking. It's Catherine, Kim, and Matt and I, and Rebecca is there as well. And there were some folks from, where were they from? England, I think. I don't remember now, but they were sitting there with us, and then the rest of the group were, they were all at their respective picnic tables. That night was barbecue night. And Catherine had never heard of like meat sweats before. So we were talking about it. And she goes, "How do I get it? I want to try it." Yes, Rebecca, you're right. England. Yes. And I said, Matt and I are like, "You just got to eat a bunch of meat." And she went for it. And she got it. And she was like, "I am never going to do that again. That was horrible." So here's the thing. We get back. We had been telling Kim about this app and stuff. And when we get back before going into the saloon, and I had to do some recordings and stuff, but when we got back, we walk up to the porch and Catherine scans that chair again, and there's nothing there. So she puts her hand down. She goes, "I guess it was a fluke." Or no, I said, "I guess it was a fluke," or something like that. And she goes, "Gerald, come out," or something like that. And she puts the phone back over. And I swear, when she moved the phone back over, you could see like the legs and the rest of the stick figure coming down into the screen, like visibly coming down, and then is on the chair. And she goes, "Oh," and I went, "Yeah, why? You just called it." And she's like, "He's there." So then Kim goes over there and uses her phone because she ended up getting the app as well. And sure enough, Gerald is right there in the chair. And she goes, "Yeah, no." And walks away, and she goes, "Fuck that." And then we all laughed and went to the saloon. But here's the thing, man. Not once did I ever feel like, not once did I feel scared. There wasn't that type of presence. Because believe me, in the house that I used to live in, I know what that presence feels like when it's like, "Nope, I don't want to be in here right now." Never once did I feel that. In fact, I almost felt like I was protected, like someone or something was looking over me. So it was actually kind of cool. But also, every time I walked into my cabin, I looked over at the chair and I said, "I respect you, okay? I respect you. Just in case. Just in case. Oh, man. But this past week was phenomenal. And to the class, thank you for being there, for opening up, and for really taking in, actually, for really putting in yourself and allowing yourself to learn. Because the leadership that is taught there, it's not the traditional leadership that you're thinking. This is about you. This is about getting out of your own way, getting out of your own head. There's so much to it. And every single one of you allowed yourselves to feel and to think and to be open-minded. And I think that's what made this past week just so good. Because you really put into it. And we tell people every time when they come to the ranch, right off the bat in the beginning, you are going to get out of this what you put in. If you're just there for whatever, you're not going to get shit out of it. And it's a waste of money for your agency. So don't do that, because you're only causing a disservice to yourself. There's a lot to be learned there. There's a lot to be learned from each other. And yeah, we have a good time and everything, but it comes after we've put in all the work every single day. And if you don't feel like you're going to be able to do that, then allow someone else to go instead. So again, to everyone there, thank you. I know Joe said it, or I believe Joe said it, but this is the same with everyone that goes there. For Joe, for myself, for any of the other instructors, you are all our why, and why we continue to do what we do. And what we do wouldn't be what it is without all of you. So thank you for the support and for everything that you do in this profession, because it's important. Oh, damn, it was such a good week and so much stuff to come. I've got the Imagine Listening session, the open mic session from this past week that's going to be going out on the Imagine Listening podcast here in about a week or so. Now that I've got some more time, finally get to put out the next episode. It's been sitting at number 3, and I'm like, oh, I got to get number 4 out, because I don't want it to become pod fade where it just fades out and people are like, oh, what happened? Within the Trenches is weekly. Imagine Listening is bi-weekly. So I need to catch up on that. And you're going to love it. So much more to come. Where are your numbers at now? What are you feeling? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome, where are you at now? I came in at a 10. I am well above a 10 now. So thank you, all of you. I hope your numbers have gone up and that you had fun. I had fun with all of you. Again, those links are in the comments for the Safety and Security Studies survey. I'm trying to hit 100 people on there. So please take that link, share it. Whoa, somebody hauling ass. Like Speed Racer just went by. Go Speed Racer, go. I'm trying to hit those 100 folks by the end of tomorrow. So please take the survey. Excuse me. Share it out there. I would appreciate it more than you know. And then also make sure to check out the comverse.org and follow them on social media. That's going to be coming out in about 23 days. And I'm excited to be a part of it. And just so much more. So much more. Things that I mentioned that I can't talk about yet will be coming soon, and I'm excited to share it with all of you. And big shout out to InDigital, Alito Next Gen Core Services, for being a sponsor of Open Mic. And subscribers of the podcast, as always, thank you, but especially all of you who are watching, listening, supporting, and sharing. I appreciate you more than you know, because seriously, I say it all the time, and I'm going to say it again. I do all of this, right? But it wouldn't be what it is without you, without all of your support. So thank you again. This can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, as well as X. Usually I say Instagram as well, but Instagram, you fucked up. And we'll get it fixed. I still love you. I still love you. Kisses. I still love you. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Any comments, questions? You ever want to be a guest on the OG podcast Within the Trenches? You can simply send me an email, and you can find all of that on links.co/IAM911, and that is links with 2 i's.co/IAM911, and you'll find everything there: email, social media, where to hear the latest episode of Within the Trenches podcast, as well as the Imagine Listening podcast, the link to the Trenches community, free community with over 200 hours worth of continuing education and so much more going on there, as well as the exclusive home of the Public Safety Showcase. Make sure to check all of those out. And I've got more coming up as well. It's going to be awesome. December, I haven't nailed down the date yet, but December will be the next Public Safety Showcase. I've got a bunch of speakers for that already, so look out for that there. And any merch, Imagine Listening books, all of that is there. Again, links with 2 i's.co/IAM911. And to listen to, whether it be Imagine Listening podcast or Within the Trenches podcast, you can listen 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone, and I will see you all in the next one.